Okay, here I am under the canopy out front of the church. I'll kind of give you a little taste of what's been going on outside here. You guys can see the south side from when you come into the parking lot every week, but some critical things finished up here in the last few weeks. This area between the steeple and the sanctuary here, they did finish up all the fascia work and all the siding work in that area. You can also see gutters have been put on here and downspouts, so the drainage system is all in place to be used. As we come this direction, you can start to see the ramp behind me for going up to the east entrance to the sanctuary. You can see they still have work to do on it. Other things have taken priority, and that's something we can do just about any time. But I'll take you up the rampway to the doors. You can see the doors have been installed on the outside here. This rampway is mainly built out of pressure treated wood. It's a shorter term solution to concrete because, as we've talked before, we want to add on to this on the east side and add a narthex out here. We didn't want to spend a lot of money on putting in concrete and then just have to tear it back out. Wood was a cheaper solution. However, we did opt to use the composite wood for the decking itself. You can kind of see it there. This doesn't warp and crack and all that sort of thing as much. I just wanted to make sure there was no trip hazards out here or anything like that for the next few years until we get to the next phase of this. But you can see there's a deck here at the top where you can access all three double door sets. So those of you who want to park out on the east side can do so and walk right up the ramp and right into the back of the sanctuary. As you can see, the narthex here has been painted over the Christmas break. I think most of you have probably walked through it. But you can see it's been painted two different colors of gray. We've painted the elevator a black color to kind of coordinate with it. All the trims kind of stay the same. But I wanted to thank all those folks who helped with it those 3 days over Christmas break. You know, we worked 4 or 5 hours a day for those 3 days, and we had 6 or 8 people each day. Really appreciate people taking time out of their normal schedule to do that, and we had such a good time too, talking and fellowshipping while we did it. But the narthex is coming along nicely. There's still some work to be done, closing off some of these openings. They drywalled these this week. But they'll finish the drywall process and start painting probably in the next week or so. Now I'm standing in front of the sanctuary entrance from the narthex into the sanctuary on the south side. And I'll just walk you through the sanctuary here so you can see the progress. As you come in here, you know, there's a hallway that kind of goes around the stage. And we're coming down that hallway now. And that the walls basically come to the front edge of the stage. We can see the wall disappearing here, and you can kind of see we're at the front edge of the stage. The stage has been basically framed here. They're working on electrical conduits right now for all the audio video equipment that needs to be put into the stage. They finished, I don't know if we can see here, you can see the stairs up to it. The stage is a bit higher than it was previously. We only had one step up to it before. Now we have 2 steps up to the stage, very similar to what we have in the fellowship center. You can see the back wall there. Drywall's coming along well. In fact, I think probably within a week or so we'll be starting to paint here in the sanctuary. All the electrical is finishing up in here. The HVAC is finishing up. You can see some of the ducts hanging from the ceiling there. If I turn this way, and I'm going to try to get you a better picture, but you can kind of get a vision of what the sanctuary looks like facing towards the front. You can see those two framed walls on either side. Those are, we call them the wing walls. Those are the walls that we built to kind of create the aisleways coming in to the sanctuary around the stage. You can kind of see the stage there. It is the full width, just like it was before. It's a little bit deeper than it was before, but the good news is we're still going to get all of our pews back in here. We're going to have seats for about 550 people, but you can kind of see, get a feeling for the height and how things are looking in here. I'm now standing at the north end of the narthex, getting ready to head downstairs. And the team that painted for us also, of course, they painted the stairwell, but also we painted the landing downstairs at the bottom of the stairwell the same colors. Now, one thing to mention, these same colors are going to be the color scheme that's used within the sanctuary itself as well. I'm now going to take you down into the basement area, and you can begin to see the progress down here. Basically, all the rooms have been framed up, all the electrical rough ends are done, the drywalling has been completed, and they've begun primering and painting. So if we take a look over here at this first room by the boys' bathroom, you can see the blue color in there. And they're going to be continuing to paint this week down here. In fact, they will be not only painting down here this week, but they're going to start installing the ceiling grid down here. Once they get the ceiling grid installed, then they'll put the lighting and the HVAC vents and so on in there. Also, and then all that's left is carpet. Now if I look this direction, you can see the doorway to the outside on the back side of the building. That all stays the same. This whole corridor is fire rated. And basically it's been painted and it's ready to install the ceiling at this point. You can see here, if you remember right, we had to, because of the fire rated hallways, it left us with kind of a funny wide-eye cafe shape. So we had some long skinny area that we decided to make into two classrooms. These are the doors to the two classrooms. They're fairly small. They'll hold maybe 8 to 10 people, but maybe perfect for small groups to utilize of that size. And we'll make our way towards the wide-eye cafe. Now, as we talked before, because of this hallway, the wide-eye cafe itself is not one big open room down here. And you saw the two small classrooms. This is the cafe itself, and you can see the kitchen area over there behind me. This room is in the process of being painted. Actually, some of the walls are painted and some of them aren't. One interesting thing about this cafe area is actually the area with the linoleum flooring where we used to eat is actually larger than it was. We've expanded that. So this whole room will be have the linoleum floor in it. It'll be set up to do with tables and chairs for eating in it, as well as the kitchen itself.